on the night.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Bofina1, bringing you guys yet another YouTube video. And earlier today I was thinking about the difference between a part-time YouTuber and a full-time YouTuber, and just the struggle in general of trying to become successful on this platform where you have X, Y, and Z and all these other things that you have to worry about, responsibilities to think about while being a part-time YouTuber. I guess you could kind of say this video is like a part 2 of the video I made earlier about, YouTubers putting too much pressure on themselves, to be successful, to, try to make it to the top. And I've been able to basically experience both sides of the spectrum. So during, the school year, which is, basically most of the year, I'm in school full time. I have school, I have homework, I have clubs, and, any other responsibilities that I have to, pertain to, and, I try to be a part of. So it's kind of crazy when viewers complain, and they whine about how smaller YouTubers don't put out enough content. People say things like, that's the reason why I'm not going to subscribe to you, because you're not putting out enough content, or, your quality camera is not as good, or, blah, 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 blah. It'd be a lot of stuff. And, it kind of makes somebody feel bad, and, makes people feel bad about, trying to pursue YouTube. And when you think about it, I'm not trying to make this like a biased video, but from a person who's doing YouTube part-time, it's hard trying to do YouTube, trying to spend the amount of time to edit, trying to, think of ideas on top of if you have a job, on top of if you're going to school, on top of if you're working and going to school, you have kids, you have a wife, a husband, you have all these X, Y, and Z things, and then you're trying to basically fit an 8-hour day into, let's say, 3-4 hours, on YouTube. Because me, realistically, I don't spend 8 hours, necessarily a day working on videos, but I spend a lot of time late at night, in a sense, losing sleep on trying to make good quality videos and constantly trying to better myself each and every day, each and every video. For example, sometimes I don't get done with class or, my homework until 10 p.m., 10 or 11 p.m. And then after that, I'm trying to record and edit a video, and I may not go to bed until maybe, let's say, 1 a.m. And then, I got to get up the next day at 8 a.m. for, for a class or something, or, something that I have to do early in the morning. And then also experiencing, being a full-time YouTuber, I'm able to experience this over winter break. So basically winter break, I have about a month and a half off. I didn't work, I didn't, have class, I didn't have anything. So I basically had that time for myself, basically to do what I needed to do. So in that sense, I was able, to just work on videos and focus just on YouTube. I was able to stay up late as much as I wanted to, and I can get up whatever time I needed to the next day. So for instance, let's say I was staying up till 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning. Well, not necessarily 5 a.m., but let's say I said like 2 or 3 a.m., working on a video, trying to, figure out ideas, trying to figure X, Y, and Z out. It didn't matter because I didn't have to be up anywhere the next day. And that's what I think people fail to realize is, like, people that do YouTube full time, they have 8 hours a day to work on videos, to think of videos, to record, to do all that stuff. And because you are your own boss, you're able to, set your clock schedule, your time schedule. So you may stay up late one day to work on 2, 3, 4 videos, and then the next couple of days you may take off to just maybe do some networking, to do, just like kind of whatever you want to do, because you self-employed, you are working for yourself. Sometimes I just don't think people, like bigger YouTubers, they just don't realize like how good they have it. And I get there's a lot of, negatives that go with, being a internet figure, or being, a role model to people. There's expectations, there's, people constantly sending you messages, mean messages. I mean, there's obviously other stuff that goes with it, but I think it's harder when you're trying to do something that you cannot fulfill full time, if that makes sense. Trying to do something part time, but trying to, like, you're always catching up. You're always trying to catch up, basically. And also, just at the same time, the expectations for YouTube is very high when you think about it. I mean, if you don't have at least a 720p, camera to record, or if you don't have at least, your gameplays in 720p or 1080p, people are not even going to look at your videos. They're just going to thumbs it down and move on. Or if you don't have a good quality mic, so it's like you already have a lot of these barriers before you even get onto YouTube. And I know, obviously, this is what you signed up for. I know that, yes, you have to, get these things before doing so, but just keeping that in mind, that for somebody who's working and maybe doesn't have a lot of extra money to get certain things, or they don't have money for X, Y, and Z, it's hard when, you know, you're, in a sense, you're like 10 steps behind. Me, I've been blessed. I haven't had that issue. You know, I had my parents help me out a little bit in terms of like allowance. At the same time, I worked a lot over the summer. You know, I had the ability to make decent money over the summer in an internship where I could, you know, I was able to basically buy last summer all of my equipment that I have now. So I've been blessed and, you know, fortunate, but I know a lot of people are not. They're not in that same position. And, you know, most of the time I've noticed from my experience, a lot of time the people that complain too about, you know, YouTube and all that kind of stuff, a lot of time those are the people that, if they had to make a video, they had to record, they had to do X, Y, and Z, they probably couldn't do it if their life depended on it. So, you know, I've experienced both sides. I've gotten a chance to see both sides of the spectrum, both sides, whatever. So those are just my opinions, my thoughts on the part-time YouTuber versus a full-time YouTuber. And they both can be hard in their own way. I've probably dealt with more of a part-time YouTuber, so I'm probably more, I guess you say it's biased, but, you know, they both can be hard in their own way. So just next time before you think about making a hate comment or a really mean comment to somebody or just whatever, you know, think about maybe what they had to do to make that video, what they had to go through just to even get the equipment. So just think about it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to comment down below in the comment section. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. And yeah, guys, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll talk to you later. Peace, Fan Army.